public backlash against Microsoft for reducing gamers' power bills.
Okay. Okay.
This is a new segment we're calling
understand.
What? No, it's not a new segment.
Yeah.
This is great. Okay, I will talk you through this. No. Don't.
I don't give her to read it. Okay.
Microsoft
No
issued a
spoilers.
recent press release announcing a new optional shutdown mode as an alternative to the previous sleep mode. So sleep, I think we're all pretty familiar with the concept, right? The device goes into a very, very, very low power state, but is still on effectively. There's still juices flowing through the silicon, okay? But the benefit is that it wakes up really fast. Like you need to play some Call of Duty now! So sleep.
I mean, it is nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Sleep is good.
I love sleep.
Yeah.
Who needs sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, you're never going to get it. Who needs sleep? Tell me, what's that for? Bare naked ladies. Anyway, the point is, politicians and media figures decried the move as an attack on gaming, with one Fox News segment describing Microsoft's change to the Xbox's power settings as a conspiracy targeting children. This is despite only 20% of U.S. gamers being under the age of 18, and despite that being a phenomenally L take. Representative Troy Nels? I don't know how to pronounce this. An elected official. Okay,
I can't read it. It's probably
I
Nils.
told the new writer not to editorialize, but this is really funny. Representative Troy Nels, an elected official and adult man, tweeted, "They want to take your guns, they want to take your gas stoves, and now they want to take your Xbox. What's next?"
I love that. Sorry, that's a good line. That editorialization gets a thumbs up.
Fox likewise published an article subtitled, oh my gosh, Woke Brigade. I wish this was fake, but no, I am actually on foxnews.com. Woke Brigade is after video games.
So is this how they branded it? Because I don't understand having the option to shut down being a bad thing. Like I genuinely being as open to other ideas as possible.
Alternative ideas. Yes, go ahead.
I don't get it. It's just an option to shut down. It's not mandatory, right? It's an option. You can still sleep it, right? Am I missing something? Is anything actually changing? They just have another button, right? They have one more button. Did anything else change?
They are automatically applying the new mode, but you can go back to the old mode.
Oh.
So it goes into so shutdown mode takes about 15 seconds to turn on.
So right now,
Yes.
if I press the button on my controller and I say like Xbox turn off, in the past it would have gone to sleep and now it shuts down.
Yes.
If I say Xbox go to sleep, does it go to sleep?
Well, yeah, you just change it to go to sleep mode.
But I have to go into a menu that does that.
Which you're a slack-jawed, drooling gamer, so you probably can't handle.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. It's an option.
I wish this was fake.
I don't get it.
Rick DeVos, a political commentator and owner of the Orlando Magic, said, "Just another small marker on the chute we are zooming down where every functionality, experience, and general service level degradation is celebrated as a great and glorious victory for the planet/justice, etc."
I don't think it's a great and glorious victory. I think it's an option. Would they do you think they would have gotten less flame if they didn't make it the new default?
No, I don't know. Hard to say.
Hard to say.
This is great. Alongside Fox's article, which is apparently playing media in the background. Thank you very much. I will navigate away from that site now. Fox included helpful a boomer's guide to what an Xbox is imagery. A Microsoft Xbox controller is seen at the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3, in Los Angeles, June 17th, 2015. Xbox has remained one of the chief major video game console companies alongside PlayStation and Nintendo. Actually, it would be Microsoft has remained one of the chief video game console companies alongside Sony and Nintendo, but good try. I mean, I'm being pedantic, but like, frankly, you're asking for it.
Yeah.
Master Chief, the protagonist of the Halo series in the Xbox Series X
I enjoy
trailer in
Halo
2019.
from time to time.
The Halo series is one of the main intellectual properties associated with the Xbox brand, if not its flagship.
Cool.
So our
Very
our,
cool.
our writer, who I told not to editorialize too much, called these Figure 1 and 2. Local Boomer explains what an Xbox is.
Okay, again, I think I do. I've talked against a lot of the editorialization. I think again, this one's actually probably pretty fair. If you have to explain to someone what an Xbox is, you're going to sound like a boomer.
This is great. So the shutdown or sleep options have always been there. All they did was change the default one, and the idea is that it's only okay. So here, it's not a lot of power when it's sleeping. I think it works out to it's like
okay. When,
it's like
when
one
is
and a
it
half.
gonna, when is it going to do the default though? You press the button.
Yeah.
Is that the only case? Because I feel like if you voice control and you tell it to sleep, it's going to sleep, and if you voice control and you tell it to shut off, it's going to shut off.
I don't Xbox.
Neither of us Xbox.
Yeah.
Neither of us know.
Yeah. Let us know. I at least know what it is. Master Chief. Xbox.
No, it's Halo.
Intellectual properties. Anywho, it's not a lot of power. I think it's like 1.5 watts or something. Like it's a very small amount. But on average, Microsoft expects this to save gamers about $1 a month on their power bill. And
Sweet.
when you factor in that there are literally millions of these machines sitting idle, it's actually a substantial savings.
Yeah.
And you would think in a place where not that long ago there were like rolling blackouts, like in large regions of the country because of like a power crisis, that any sort of effort to save power would be welcomed. And you would think that if a concern would be the strain on the grid of things like electric car charging, and that being a good reason to keep using fossil fuels to power vehicles, you would think that if that's a legitimate concern for you, that any effort to save power would be welcome. But I just I don't know. I can't
So
fathom it.
apparently they're mad because of how it was worded.
Carbon aware.
Yeah. It was
Okay.
advertised as like a carbon aware update.
But imagine getting hung up on like words. Imagine that like
Yeah. I don't get it, man. I still don't get it. Just because like it's an option and you can change it. Apparently they're also upset about the whole slippery slope thing. But again, it's an option and you can change it. I have like the exact opposite anger with the Switch. I hate that the Switch
cannot be turned off.
Yeah, it's so annoying. This is a battery powered device. I want it to work the next time I pick it up. The next time I pick it up might not be for like a week. I don't want it to go to sleep. I want it to shut down. It doesn't take that long to turn on. Just like, come on. You know what takes a long time with the Switch? Initial charging before you can use it.
Yeah.
If it's dead, it's going to stay dead for like a really long time before it'll allow you to turn it on. That's super annoying. I want it to shut down. That's not because of power consumption reasons. That's because I want it to work the next time I pick it up. That actually annoys me a lot. This is very confusing to me. You can't voice control an Xbox Series? Is that what the new one's called? Just Series?
Yeah, it's really stupid. Microsoft's naming scheme for Xbox is actually the worst thing
You
ever.
can definitely power off the Switch. Yeah, but you have to like press the power button for a while and then navigate to it. Just pressing the button doesn't power it off. And I don't think you can change a setting to make that happen. Maybe you can. I don't know. It's just annoying.
You mad, bro?
I just don't get it. I'm more confused than mad. I'm far more confused than mad. I don't think I'm mad at all. I think looking at it from the outside, it's just funny. Like seeing them talk about like, this is the Halo and stuff is just entertaining. But I don't get why you'd be upset because it is so easy to change back. I can totally understand like, hey, okay, every day you come home from work, you play an hour of Xbox or something, and you've only got your fixed amount of time because that's when like the kids come home or something and now you have to do whatever. And you don't want to wait that extra amount of time. You want to turn it on, you want it to work. Okay, sure. Just have it go to sleep every time. Who cares? It costs you $1 a month.
Okay, really? I mean, I'm mostly just kind of riling you up right now. So the problem is just in the way that it was messaged as being green and eco-friendly and carbon conscious.
I still don't get why they care.
And all that kind of, well, because for a certain group of people, the burning of fossil fuels and the emissions that we put into the environment are a non-issue and a fabrication that are scaremongering. I saw a really interesting clip of someone asking Greta Thunberg, I can't remember. The point is, asking her a really uncomfortable question, which was something along the lines of, it's unseasonably warm here in Davos. So where's your climate crisis now? And it's like,
matter.
Are you actually, I can't, and she laughed and they're like, yeah, she had no response. No, she had a response. Her response was, you're a flippin' idiot. And you are undeserving of actual words. That was the response. You just didn't understand it because you're a flipping idiot.
My thing is, if you believe all that, just why do you care? It's just an Xbox.
Yeah, but now it takes 15 seconds to turn on. If you don't
Xbox,
change that one setting.
Let's
realistically,
flip this story.
Can you figure out how to change that setting?
Yeah.
No, but that you can, but them.
Oh, gotcha. If we flip this around and Microsoft is like, you know what? Let's pump it. We're all tired of boot times, right? Boot times suck. We're changing the default behavior from sleep. I understand that's not what it is. We're changing the default we're changing the default behavior from turning off to sleep.
Yeah.
Because you know what? It's worth it.
Megawatts.
You spend the extra buck a month. Screw the power grid. Nobody cares. Screw them all. Sleep is great.
More power.
No boot times. I don't care. Because I could still change the setting, right?
Yes.
Why does it matter?
You can change the setting anytime you want.
I'm going to be like, that's weird, and then change the setting if I want it to shut off, which if I own an Xbox, I would want it to shut off because I'm probably not going to use it that often. But, I do own an Xbox. Wow, I forgot. I don't use it that often. I'm happy it's off. But if I used it every day, and there has been times, I played a ton of Halo 2. If I was playing Halo 2 as much as I did back then, maybe I'd want it to sleep. I was a kid at that time. Maybe my dad wants it to turn off. I don't know. But it's an option. I don't care what the company thinks. Why would I care what the company thinks?
Well, what if they take away your sleep later? Slippery slope.
Then they're jerks.
And then you can buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Honestly, the consumer chooses at the end of the day. Yeah. But then again, the consumer chooses unwisely a lot.
Oh, all the time.
Microtransactions. Let's talk about that. I don't want to talk about microtransactions.
Yeah, I don't want to.
This is really great though. Dark 24 over on Float Plane. Every time a user saves power on Xbox, I have to leave on another light to combat the saving. Now what? It's great.
I can't plug in any more lights.
I'm out of lights now. I'm Dark 24 and I don't have any lights. I'm going to be Light 24.
Light bright. I just don't, because it's entirely in your control. I just don't understand why people care. This feels like
the outrage
cycle. It feels like they didn't have anything to care about that day.
Yes.
I'm agreeing with you. So they just threw at this because there's nothing else to throw at, which is just that's whatever. I think you will be a happier and more fulfilled person if you care about things that matter. And I'm not saying that the things that matter you have to agree with me on. Maybe we're at odds. As long as you think it matters, it's fine.
I had the power consumption numbers wrong. Series consumes 11 to 13 watts, according to the Catelier in Twitch chat, in standby mode, and 0.5 watts in off mode. So it's 10 watts. It's something. Yeah, so about a buck a month, apparently.
Cool.